an audience of 0, but hopefully an audience of 2 if we ourselves are paying attention. I know I'm paying attention to me, and Jude is paying attention to him, but are we even paying attention to each other? Are we going to get stuck in a recursive loop of metacognition?
I just really hope that my computer's sound that's set up over here doesn't actually let any of the music spill over to the microphone because it's copyrighted music.
Well, then we're going to die from the copyright laws to copyright.
Don't worry.
I would have at least hoped that like Voodoo or one of those cunts was watching, but anyway. This is Mad Dok and the Gitman coming to you with an audience of 0.
Yay!
I'm the Mad Dok. This is the Gitman. Together we are.
I'm surprised that this is my channel and you're choosing to basically do the introduction.
Well, I mean, I'm the Mad Dok. I spent all them years at Evil Medical School doing squig brain transplants. You know, I mean, you're basically my grot helper. You know, you're like 6'2" of grot. You know, that's what a Gitman is at the end of the day.
Originally, this is probably not gonna occur to anybody since we don't have an audience just yet, but originally we were gonna try and go live for a Gargant video.
Very true.
But unfortunately, we had a bunch of technical issues trying to actually get the fucking thing to work. So we decided to scupper our attempts at going live, trying to showcase all your beautiful Gargants. And so we're just doing
try this wonderful medium of YouTube. And here we are, still alive, still painting, still accidentally messing things up, still trying to, I don't know.
I mean, this is Orcs. No matter which way you slice it, there's no such thing as perfectly cut, unless you're fighting.
True.
There's always mistakes, but apparently those mistakes are good.
There are no mistakes, only happy little accidents. That's what it is.
Well, I'm currently not actually hobbying right now. I'm actually just on the computer, burninating the countryside and slaughtering all the peasants that get in my way.
So you continue with your burnination, and I'll continue with the paintination. But we need to we need something to talk about, Jude. I think we should talk about when Dredd went to America. It's about 19 years ago, and he met this nice lady. I think her name was Teresa.
Teresa.
Yeah. And they were very friendly. You know, they got it on. And I don't know how I can say this, dude, but
well, let's just say one thing led to another, and apparently Red abandoned his spawn in the hands of a woman that was an American.
He left his only child behind and returned to the UK for a life of, well, you know what Dredd is like, but
for a life of freebooting and not being responsible.
Exactly. But you know, the past has a tendency to catch up with you.
I mean, the past has most certainly caught up with old Daddy Dredd. I mean,
it has. He's lost his hair, most of his powers.
Well, not just that, but also his long lost son has returned.
His long lost son's returned, and it's Jude. So
I didn't even know that my dad was Dredd until I laid eyes on him in the Discord. I was like, "Dad, is that you?"
And the resemblance is uncanny, Jude. Uncanny. It's yeah.
It most certainly is uncanny, considering that me and Dredd look exactly alike. The only difference is that my mom actually got my teeth to straighten out.
It's true.
Which also, I have some great news about these braces and metal bits in my teeth.
You do?
Finally arrived that they'll finally get out of my teeth.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I also just realized that music on my computer was
I'm doing
on.
good with this. Look at this, Jude. Look. It's coming along.
Can I make the screen? No, I can't make the screen bigger.
Oh, can you not see?
I can see it. I just can't make it bigger because I want to try.
Because you're on your phone. I'm on my iPad, so things are nice and big at least.
Yeah, well.
5
minutes. Oh, we're almost 6 minutes in. Nobody has entered yet.
Well, that's because they're all gits.
Maybe they're all just busy paying attention to the big deal war bosses and won't give any heed to.
Well, I mean, the
Mad
big deal war bosses are not streaming yet, mate, are they? We are. You know, what if Mad Dok and the Gitman became so big that people stopped watching the war bosses and they started watching us? See, you got to think. You got to think big, Jude. You got to think big.
It would be a dream come true, and we would probably put the war bosses out of business, and they would just have to come over to us.
They'd lose their homes, their families.
I wasn't quite thinking
us
that.
for teeth.
I was actually thinking they'd have to come and praise and pamper us with great success and move all of their stuff over to here so they could bask in the glory.
It's true. It's true. And would we be generous, or would we tell them to zog off, you puny gits?
I'd say we would be harsh masters, but we would be generous, and we would allow them on.
Yeah, they could bask in our glory, you know.
But they just got to remember one thing. We's the bosses round here.
That's
Who's
right.
gonna do what we says?
That's it. They've got to remember that. As long as they remember that rule, everything will be fine. But if they don't remember that rule,
we's gonna boot them back out onto the street.
That's right. They'll be homeless.
You know, this is far less fun to talk about when like they're not actually here in the live chat.
Well, I mean, you know, if they turn up, we'll be like, "Oh, hello, war bosses. Oh, lovely to see you. We no one was saying anything bad about you. You know, that's the British way, Jude. You know, like, that's how you do it."
I'm not your slave, you giant oversized rat.
So, Jude, tell us about this game you
play. All right, this game is Call of Warhammer: Beginning of the End Times. It's a mod for Medieval 2 Total War.
So instead of medieval armies, it's fantasy medieval armies, is it?
Yes.
And I assume you're playing as orcs?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. As it should be.
That's why we's burninating the countryside.
That's the plan.
We's gonna burninate the countryside, and we's gonna kill all the peasants and gits that get in our way.
I'm getting there with this miniature. So I'm painting my Zeppelin. I'm currently trying to paint all these metallic bits with this really dark Vallejo exhaust manifold. And it is flowing off of my brush like a dream. So the paint is nice and easy to use at least. But it is very dark. So I might have to go over it with something lighter.
Almost 10 minutes, still no one has showed up.
Still no viewers.
I guess we're just a fire and forget.
Well, you know, better that than a one-hit wonder. I reckon it's. People say it's worse to never try than to try. But I think, what if you were a one-hit wonder? What if for like a year you thought you were going to be mega famous, and then everyone forgot about you? I reckon that's worse than not trying. Personally, I've dropped all my transfers on the floor.
Yes, and I guess since one disaster breeds another, my game has crashed.
Well, that's disasters for you. The nature of disasters is that they multiply like rats.
I mean, the unfortunate thing about this glorious fantasy mod is that it unfortunately has a bad habit of crashing.
Oh dear.
And if it keeps crashing throughout the stream, I might eventually just shut down my computer and finally paint something here.
Okay.
I have a bunch of Space Marine Terminators sat here on my desk, along with Orc Meganobs.
Space Marines. What is this heresy, Jude?
It's the heresy of getting donated your brother's Space Marine army.
I mean, Jude, of all the things that you could have done, right, it had to be Space Marines, didn't it? You could have done like a healthy hobby, like, I don't know, crack cocaine or something.
How is that healthy, exactly? I'm pretty sure
Space Marines.
I'm also pretty sure worse heresy would not just be Space Marines in general. It would actually be doing a specific chapter of Space Marines, such as the Ultramarines.
I mean, Ultramarines is like the worst one, mate. Ultramarines is a gateway drug into oiling yourself up and calling your name Daisy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I am not the Ultra Smurfs because they all suck.
Exactly.
Also, Bugga said he was going to be here on stream, and yet he still hasn't shown up. Well,
yeah,
one
but
person has now shown up.
He said he was going for a nap. So, frankly, we've lost him.
Well, I may have spoken too soon
because
I just showed a one person show up for a brief moment, so maybe somebody.
Just for a moment, they came on and they went, "Who are these cunts?
Who are these pair of miserable gits?" And they both seem to have.
This? Why am I even watching it? My eyes.
They both also seem to have a very strange age gap between them.
Well, I mean, I can't help it that I'm 4,027 years old. All right, so I have painted this, and this side you probably can't see very easily, but this side I've weathered those glyphs, and on this side they are shiny and white. So I've got to weather these glyphs now.
What's the balloon actually going to be used for? If you could give me a reminder.
Orky Blimp from the Steam things. It's going to sit on top of it like that, and then on top of the actual blimp itself, the Werboy.
Oh, so is it going to be like a kill rig? A floating kill rig?
It's going to be a floating Weird Boy Zeppelin. That's what it's going to be. So we're getting there. So
I mean, if getting there, that's really all you can ask for right now.
Exactly. So
all I can seem to get right now is this game constantly crashing.
Well, that's the nature of games.
Also, I've just discovered we have Azag Neck Snapper, but surprisingly we don't have Azag the Slaughterer. Which I would assume that Azag the Slaughterer would have been a character thrown into this, considering that he is Azag is a character in the Warhammer Fantasy, or in Total War Warhammer, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Which surprised that he doesn't actually seem to show up anywhere here, except for being called Azag Neck Snapper.
I don't know, mate. He's clearly somewhere.
Dead?
Dead, alive, is there any difference? I don't know.
Well, I think he's most likely dead because apparently Total War Warhammer is not canon in the fact that it doesn't actually, it's not actually set during the end times. It's just throwing in characters.
So,
like,
what on earth did they do with Warhammer Fantasy Battle and turning it into Age of Sigmar and then also still having the old world at the same time now? I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
Does anyone understand it?
No, except for Games Workshop themselves. They're the only ones.
They don't understand it. They say they understand it, but I don't think they do.
I think when I say that they understand it, they understand what they want to understand.
That's right.
But not so much what we are wanting.
No. It's a bit of a mess, really.
You're certainly right, Boargut. Which is why you're going to need to get moving.
Right. I need to put something on the end of this Zeppelin. I have got loads of Zeppelin bits, but not the actual bits that I need.
Right. Get Boargut Neck Snapper. He's going to ravage the lands of man. And he's going to go slaughter all the dogs of war.
Burninate the peasants?
Absolutely. That's what killing all the dogs of war is.
That's what it's all about, man, burninating the peasants. It's
all about burninating the countryside.
That's right. Burninate the peasants. Okay. So I'm quite pleased with this Zeppelin, but I need to do the next bit now, and I'm like stuck as to what the next bit should even be. I probably need some plastic card. That's what I need. Somebody get some out of my drawer. It's here. Alex said like it. 2 mil plastic card, something nice and sturdy. Right, and then I'm literally going to draw around this bit. Or I might even mark around with a knife.
Also, if people were wondering for people who were probably watching the stream back, if they ever do, if you're wondering what we were meaning when we were saying burninate into countryside, just look up the video Trogdor the Burninator.
That's right. Trogdor, one of the finest beings known to mankind. God damn it. Not convinced about how well I've scored this, but we'll find out.
Maybe the reason people aren't joining the stream is because it's been a few months since I've streamed, or it's the ghastly thumbnail that I've taken.
What's the thumbnail?
Oh, it's just a thumbnail of a close-up shot of my head with me doing a thumbs up and smiling.
I mean, that's one way of scaring everyone off.
It's not on purpose.
Alright. Okay. Is this going to work? Well, that's wrong, isn't it? Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
This is a most honorable offer. You have more worthy plans. Very good.
I'm currently trying to get an alliance with the goblins of the Crooked Moon tribe.
Mm-hmm.
No, we do not agree on this day. Speak further. We welcome. No more.
I don't believe in rulers and measuring things, Jude. I believe in doing it all by eye.
You don't believe in what? and rulers.
Rulers and measuring things.
Oh, I thought you were, when you said rulers, I thought you were meaning. I don't believe in kings or generals or people that rule over the poor.
Yeah, no, I believe in them.
You believe in them?
I believe in them. Yeah, I believe I need some more super glue as well. I'm running low on the super glue. That's how much I got left. It's not very much. Might not even be enough for what I'm doing. Hopefully it'll be enough. Right. Oh, they put voices in for all the orcs and everything.
Oh, could you actually hear that?
Yeah, I could hear him.
Well, yes, they did. They did actually put in voices for all the characters.
Oh,
they even did custom voice lines for all the chaos factions. So they sound like an actual different type of chaos worshiper.
Okay.
I'm not entirely certain what they did for Archaon, the Lord of the End Times, or the Ever Chosen of Chaos, but I also hope you're not hearing anybody screaming upstairs, because I got a very maniacal brother who's upstairs screaming at his TV.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
And well, he's probably screaming and raging at Dark Souls, the very infamous game known as Dark Souls.
Okay.
And it looks like we finally got somebody to join the stream. I don't know who it is though.
Tell them to say wah.
Just say one.
Say wah, viewer. Hey.
Hey, Essex boys. How's it going, Essex?
Essex. Look at my weird boy Zeppelin, mate. Right. That's the blimp bit, right, that I've just got painted. This is one of those dwarf steampunk things that GW make. That is how it is going to go on top.
He also says, "Wah!"
And then this is the Werboy from the kill rig, and it's going to go on top like that, probably only facing forwards though. So at the moment, I'm at very early stages, but the balloon is mostly painted. Actually, I've got the glyphs on that side and that side, and I've got it mostly done. It needs a little bit more weathering.
Also, I've been wondering, did you have to like mask off certain areas in order to paint those checks, or was there like a perfect square for each one? Made painting them.
No, I mean, because it's the miniature itself. I don't know if you can see on your phone, Jude, but it's got the stitching there. So what I've done I just painted it a very light grey, and then painted the squares black, and then the ones that are white, I've done a contrast paint of skeleton horde, and then I've wiped off the bit in the middle, so the middle's sort of white-ish, and the edges are more less white. They are more skeleton horde.
How's it going, Essex? It's been a while since me and Tom have heard from you.
I think Essex was on one of Garth's streams the other night, Epic Narrator Garth, although he's doing Garth's workshop now. And if I'm not mistaken, Essex is going to go down to see Steve-O in February sometime. And Steve-O is not a million miles away from Garth. So if I can get the weekend off from my wife, and if Garth can get the weekend off from his, we might see if we can do a little meet up with Steve-O and Essex in the pub if we can.
You're just trying to get away. Oh, he's here with Dread, apparently.
He's with Dread. Oh, okay. Have you been playing a game, Clinton? Have you just had a game with Dread recently, or have you just met up just to say hello? Because they're all playing each other, all the war bosses. So each of them's got to meet up with another 5 people. So It's going to be interesting how they.
So how they're doing it
do
is
it.
they're not actually all meeting up in the same location. They're actually all just going to try and make the effort to meet up with the other 5 so they can have their tournament. Is that what I'm getting at?
Yeah. But they're all going to have to play another 5 people. So unless they have a weekend where like 3 or 4 of them meet up, they're going to have to meet up in one way or another. This is fiddly.
Well,
unfortunately, I lost the end pieces to this Zeppelin, which is a kit that I bought, and God knows where the end pieces are because I've looked all around my hobby room, and I couldn't find them. So I've just made one out of plastic card. And with this being resin, I can't just plastic glue it to it. So I'm making a little bit of green stuff, and I'm trying to see if I can use a combination of green stuff and super glue to hold the bugger in place because I'm going to be stuffed otherwise.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not actually doing any hobbying right now because I'm feeling particularly lazy and not really wanting to do any hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just busy. I'm just busy burninating the countryside, killing all the peasants. In this case, killing all the dwarves.
Well, I'm hobbying. I'm doing hobbying for both of us then, I suppose, aren't I?
Oh, this isn't specifically a hobby stream. It's more like a hangout stream.
It is a chaos stream. Every stream we do is a chaos stream, Jude.
Of course. Look, it's not true Gitman style if there isn't a bit of chaos.
It's true.
It's much like Heath Ledger's Joker.
Uh-huh.
You just gotta add a little bit of chaos.
It's true.
Also, I'm now seeing why we're not getting all of our views. It's because they're all being snatched up by Skarner because he's just gone live on a hobby hangout.
Oh, has he?
Yes, he has.
The Git. The Git.
Sneaky bull Git. He's stealing all of our. He's stealing all our viewers.
He's stealing all of our viewers. Right, I'm trying to remember which way up this is even supposed to go. I think that's close enough. Yeah, that'll do. Right. Let's get some super glue.
Anyways, we're in a battle against an army of dwarves in the trees, which I don't know how well dwarves do in trees.
Don't know either, mate. No idea.
I'd imagine not too well because if they have a bunch of cannons and guns, it's very difficult for them to fire through a bunch of trees.
Yeah.
Also, are you able to hear that? Are you able to hear that sound coming through on the video?
Yeah, I can hear it.
That's not good. Turn the sound down just a little bit because again, it's copyrighted music.
Uh-huh. I can still hear it.
Damn it! Do I just have to mute the music?
Don't know, mate.
All right, how about now?
I need a little doofer. I can't hear anything now.
Can you hear it now?
Can't
It doesn't matter.
now.
It doesn't matter if you are able to hear the actual like game sounds. It's just a problem if you hear the music.
Yeah. Nah, it's just a general blur background sound, so.
I am going to see you dwarves coming. I can see you even though you're very short and stumpy because you don't know the concept of hiding. I'm very much worried about their artillery because they've got a set of organ guns and a bunch of dwarf cannons. So,
okay, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, we'll see how well the boys are able to do against this army of dwarf of dwarven steel.
Uh-huh. Well, I might have to wait until this is finished drying before I attempt to carve off any of that. Because it's a bit of a mess. Right, where's the... Oh, man, where is the bit that I actually did want to stick on? Of all the bits that I've lost. I now can't find the bit that I want.
My boar boy biggins are getting attacked. So we gotta ride like the wind. Oh, finally Voodoo has shown up. Nap extended itself. It's all good. Welcome to the stream, Bugga.
It finally worked. Look, I've made progress. Zeppelin. It is slowly getting there. Look, I've made an end piece out of plastic card and green stuff and super glue because I lost the original end piece because I'm special.
I'm not immediately able to pay attention because I'm required to look at my computer screen as I'm fighting.
He's contractually required to look at his computer screen. They'll sue him if he stops. It's true. So, Jude, this is working, this stream. I mean, we've got 2 viewers and they're both our mates. But it's working.
Absolutely.
Voodoo says that as a sexy blimp bag. It certainly is. I'm going to try and stick some rivets on it now. I've got a little thing of rivets here. The good old Meng rivets. I'm hoping I've got enough loose that I don't have to cut a bunch of them free because for the life of me, it takes a little while.
That is a sexy blimp bag.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, well.
Well, I mean, it is.
I'm a little creeped out now. It sounds like a very creepy thing to say to one of your mates.
You know, a blimp is another word for a zeppelin, don't you, mate?
I know. Yes, I know. I think I actually called them blimps well before I ever called them anything else.
Uh-huh. Right. Let's try and get 16 of these buggers. I've got 2, so I need another 14.
And I'm really noticing right now that these dwarves are not utilizing their ranged weapons, which, while very good for me, is a bit strange for the dwarves because you'd imagine that they would try and actually use their ranged power to thin the crowd of orc boys.
You would think that. You would think that.
But I guess they won't because they're a bit too busy. We've just killed 3 units already. Dread here. I'm doing a wee tour of the lads I've been up to Dim and Sid, though, not to play. And Steve-O and Essex later for a game because I'm 95% finished on a force.
Wow.
That sounds good. All
well
right.
done on the painting as well, Dread. That is quality progress to have made. I'm so slow at painting. But I am doing an Orc Weird Boy Zeppelin, so that is fun. So just in case you haven't seen it, Dread, I'll just hold it up for you.
I don't know if Dread's here.
It might be away from the keyboard, but hey, that's what it's going on. And then it's going to have the Werboy on top of the Zeppelin, like that, yelling at the Thunder Gods. Yeah, insulting Thor in a thunderstorm.
Dread is just
as you do.
Dread's just swatting up on his armies.
Swatting up on the rules, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, we're currently having a jolly good time slaughtering our way across the field of battle, not caring for who dies and who doesn't die.
Right. It is rivet time.
All right. Black Orcs, charge. Slaughter 'em all.
This is riveting viewing for our 3
And
viewers.
there's a big wah as all the boys go charging in.
See, the problem is, Jude, people can't see what you're doing. So although it's exciting for you, mate,
Yeah, I know.
it's not very exciting for them.
It's why I've got to be a bit more on the commentary.
I'm putting on all these rivets.
I'm sure the dwarves are natural sprinters. They're also natural at dying.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Essex says, "Excellent, Tom."
Yeah, I'm very pleased about this is turning out. I've got to say, I think the thing is, if I will say so myself, I've got good ideas for conversions. I just haven't got the mental or emotional energy to see them through to completion. Like Sid is incredible at not only having a great idea, making a good mini, painting it, and taking a beautiful photo of it, but he actually gets them finished as well. Whereas for me, it takes me bloody ages to get anything done. I am very, very slow, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm starting to feel that right now since I'm not actually even hobbying.
Mm-hmm. I'll put that bit on there. Or do I put that on somewhere else? Do I put that on that bit, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't lost the end caps of these pieces, really. I have searched my room for them, but I just can't find them, so I just scratch built one. Which makes it more orky, to be honest, so that's perfectly alright. I might do. Oh, no. That isn't going to work either, is it? Done an end cap for it with rivets, so that's good.
Enemy general has fallen. Grim blade bite.
So Jude, Essex is saying, talk to us, Jude. And then he says he's going to be off to see the war bosses in a sec. We've got 15 minutes. We need 15 minutes of fun, excitement.
Well,
wow.
This battle's almost over. In fact, I think it basically is over. And I think I'm probably going to try and do some hobby.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Although we do have...
I mean, to be honest with you, Jude, because it's 9 o'clock at night here, that's pretty much the point at which I turn into a pumpkin. So after this is over, I'm probably going to go up, clean my teeth, get into bed and watch the War Bosses show in bed, because I think I've done enough hobby for today for me.
We lost 41, boys. So that was a crushing victory for the Orcs. Wow!
Oh, good. That was good.
Also, somebody has liked the stream. Thank you very much.
Problem.
Yeah, the stream is very much chaotic and all over the place due to
It's all right. This was a
issues.
test. This was a test. And we found out we can do it, and we don't have to worry about OBS or anything like that. Although, if you wanted to do a stream where we talked about people's gargants, Jude, we would need to work out the OBS and stuff, I think, because we would need to have a way of showing people other pictures and actually talking about them.
Yes. All right. That was some good old proper orc crumping, but now we're going to leave. And I fully expect this game to crash as soon as I try exiting the game.
Mm-hmm. As it should be.
I mean, that's the way that orcs get it to stop working, is they just crash.
Mm-hmm. That's one way. Don't bother with parking. Just crash it gently.
Just gently plow it into the concrete. And which
Gently
by gently, I mean
crash your vehicle
just
on the
full
left-hand
speed
side of the road.
Just full speed drive it into the other cars and smash them all out of the way.
That's one way of doing it. That's definitely one way of doing it.
All right. That's enough of burning in the countryside for now.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to rough up the edges of this metallic bit that I'll put on here. And then, have I got time to paint? Yeah, I've got a few minutes. I can paint this.
I also just noticed I still have this plate of French toast in my room.
Really?
Yes, I was eating some breakfast while on Discord with you guys earlier, and I was getting myself some breakfast.
You don't want to forget to eat, dude. Eating is important. First meal of the day and all that.
It's the first and most important meal of the day, apparently.
That's what they say. Yeah, so don't forget to eat just because you're hobbying.
I wasn't so much forgetting to eat because I was hobbying. I was just forgetting that I still had that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving the camera around because I need to get my mouse untangled. All right. So what do we have here to paint?
I don't know. What have you got to paint?
A bunch of crap.
Describe the crap.
Well, we have a bunch of mega armored knobs and a war boss. A single squid hog boy with a squid
hog. Shenanigans.
That was what I was saying. Squig bomb with a squig hog boy.
Mm-hmm.
A mech gun with its motley crew. As well as this still bare plastic ammo runt from the Stompa.
Bare plastic ammo run. That's what you should paint.
I don't
primed.
No, I don't really want to. I also have a knob on a paint handle, which I think I might actually paint him because he's been sat here for ages.
Paint him.
And also have a bunch of Terminators.
Terminators? Oh. Not Terminators, mate.
Why not Terminators? You said you loved Terminators.
I mean,
You love Space Hulk.
They are kind of cool. I will give them that. But
they're still
not orcs, is it?
It's still Space Marines.
Yeah, that's my point.
Well, guess what? For the little time that we do have here, I'll paint the orc knob.
All right. I think we've got about 5 minutes, mate. So you best speed paint him. Well, I'm painting this end cap black, and I'm not even going to have time to apply any metallic paints to it because it is nearly time for the Warboss show.
Yep, Steve-O's just posted the link.
Has he?
Yep.
Well, there you are. Makes it official.
Stream is going to come to a close here real soon, but before we go, we're going to try and make the most out of what time we've got left.
I'm just trying to get this last bit painted on this. Oh, bloody hell. I've just dunked my paintbrush right in the pot, like deep into the pot. Like, wreck your paintbrush deep. Oh, bloody.
How much paint have you got on that brush now? Is it all the paint you're ever going to need?
Way too much for what was quite a nice little paintbrush, but is now completely covered in blobs of black paint. Right,
so it is all the paint that you're ever going to need.
Well, yeah, all the paint I ever needed for that. All right, let's give this a bit of brush again.
Also, Voodoo's saying he's still here, or Bugga.
All right, well, mate, I think I might call it a day because I've got to go clean my teeth and then get in my pajamas, get me duvet, get me teddy, get me Karma. And actually, I don't have a teddy because I've got Karma. She's like a live teddy bear.
That's why you said teddy. That's what your teddy is. It is Karma.
She is, yeah. Karma is a live teddy bear, basically. But yeah, I've done well. So
we'll
just
probably have to try and do these streams again.
And I've made a little end cap with rivets. There, see, little octagonal end cap, entirely by eye, no measurements, as is the Orky way.
We'll have to try and do one of these
on both sides.
We'll have to try and do one of these hobby streams again.
We can do one. Right.
But this time, maybe instead it's actually a bit more organized and proper instead of the chaos.
It was a nice little practice. We had a few people pop on and say hello. Right, Jude, take care. I will speak to you possibly on the Warbosses stream in a few minutes.
Hold on, wait. You're botching it up. Even though this is chaos, we still gotta do the exit right. This is the Gitman. I'll see you Gits later.
And this is the Mad Dok. Be good, or I'll send brain-eating squigs to your house. They get in your head and they eat all the nasty thoughts. All right, bye-bye.
See you later, you Gits.